I am here representing the Arts and Entertainment Mountain because our family is a creative family. My husband is a music teacher, and we met because suddenly I realized that I wanted to learn to play the guitar, and I needed a music teacher. And I went to take some classes, and I met this guy, and we had similar things in common. And he was very shy, so I did all the talking for a season until we hit the road, and the rest is history. But I think I am. Did you read? Just couple of chords. I am lazy, because I have a virtuoso of the guitar. His bachelor is in guitar. Okay, I only have 10 minutes.
Have a worship team.
Okay, my 10 minutes start now. So, I'm gonna try your... I'm very much in trouble right now. So, when Pastor Teresa approached me to do this, I said, well, I can bring the perspective of the wife. I can bring the perspective of the person that is behind the scenes. And from that perspective, I tried to write my message. But what it is funny is that since we met, my husband and I, we started creating things together as a team. And unbeknownst to me, I've been walking in this mountain as a support person, but also co-creating with him and supporting his vision. So if you are one of those persons that you think, my God, I have no creative bone in my being, as Joyce said earlier, just remove that from your thoughts, because you really, really need to understand that when God created you, and here we go again, He created you at His image. Because God is creative, all the creation power of Him, everything is within you. And I know the ladies have said that, but I want to go in deep because I'm writing a book. The book is called The Voice Print of Heaven. And the Lord is giving me some revelation about His creative power through sound, and how everything connects to who we are, to our worship, and how we release that into existence. So if you are a Christian and if you worship the Lord, you need to be creative and intentional about it. Okay? So I want to tell you that the Arts and Entertainment Mountain is a vast universe. I don't think there's any end to it, because there's no end to the creativity of God. It is built on the realm of imagination, and it is creative by the nature of man. The very essence that God Himself imparted to you and me in the garden. So this comes from the realm of the mind, where the imagination is, the soul, and the spirit. So that's why we see artists that produce things that are dark, that produce things that comes from the imagination that is filled with darkness, because their mind and their soul is trapped in that area. It's trapped by the enemy, by the world thinking, but the creation was imparted by God. captive. And then we can have an artist that has the mind of Christ and has his soul, his mind and spirit connected, and then it can co-create with God. Yes, we co-create with God. Okay? So we must understand that we must be always willed by the Spirit, and we must always yield ourselves to what the Lord is saying, because depending on which spirit you align is what you're going to create. Okay? And I want to tell you that I want to go to the garden, and because in the garden God created, right? And I'm amazed by this revelation. When God created man, what did he use to create man? He used his hands, right? So we have been created by the hand of God himself. So his fingerprint is on us, in our body, right? So what this represents, when the visual arts that we create it with our hands. And the performing arts that we do, especially when we do performing arts that require movement, we create it with what? Body. Okay? So when we are creating with our body and with our hands, we are creating and we're releasing the very essence of the fingerprint of God through the arts that we release. I know that this is deep and I have no time, but just write it down, check out my book. I'm planning to release it on December this year. So, please agree with me, sticking to it. So, then in the garden, something else happened that we kind of read through it and we don't recognize. There was a sound in the garden at the moment of creation in everything. But when God created man, he breathed on us. When you breathe, you create a sound. So that sound is carried out in your very DNA because the voice print of God is within you. Therefore, when you use your voice to release a sound, to worship or to create your art and your music, even to declare in the performing arts through theater, to monologues, or even in the movies, what are you using? You're using your body, which carries the fingerprint of God, and then you are using your voice, which carries the sound of God. That's why we sing, people, because we are releasing a unique sound that no one has, no other instrument in the whole world has, because your chords have a unique sound and a voice print that needs to be released. Okay? This is very important. So, in the performing arts, there's the creativity of God within you. And if you align, right, when I said, if you align with, let me tie myself. If you align with Holy Spirit and you yield with Holy Spirit, you will co-create God with God. Amen? And I wanted to tell you a couple of more things. In my paper, I found this revelation very good. So, arts and entertainment, the Department of Labor of the United States has grouped the art and entertainment into a category. And it's very broad, but listen to what they said the art and entertainments are, and I'm going to read. It's defined as a sector that comprises establishments that are involved in producing, promoting, or participating in live performances, events of exhibits intended for public viewing. Establishments that preserve and exhibit objects of historical, cultural, or educational interest, and establishments that operate facilities to provide services to enable persons to participate in recreation activities, pursue amusement, hobbies, leisure, times, and interests. Wow, so are you telling me that the arts are not limited to that? So when you go to the park, you are walking in the mountain. So when you go to Disney World, you are in the mountain. So what I'm trying to bring across is that everywhere you go, you will find this mountain. There's no escape. Because God is creative. And the creation of God Himself is within us. And because it is within us, we are to create. That's what we need: recreation, leisure, imagination. Because God created us for fellowship. And He created to be with us, to co-create with Him, to have deep conversations, to share the imagination, and to pull from heaven down into earth. So when I was reading this, I started meditating. What do we do when we host things? There's food, there's beverages, there's entertainment. We call it entertainment. I was like, yay! Finally, I figured it out. I am in the entertainment mountain.
And your tea is culinary arts.
I know. I'm like, yes. It includes food. It includes tea. Everything that you eat and you sit with people on the table. It is the entertainment. So I was like, yeah, that works for me. So if you are working in a hotel as a hostess, in a restaurant, or if you are inviting people to have lunch with you at your house, what are you doing? You are entertaining. You are creating an environment, a set of activities to just have a good time and share ideas and enter into the realm of imagination. Okay, so I just want to go really quickly because I have like 2 minutes to things that I want to share related your walk. If you are in this mountain, as in every mountain, you have to embrace your story. Especially if you are an artist, you need to embrace who you are. You need to embrace and see yourself as a canvas because God is creating through you. Okay? I also want to share, surround yourself with people that supports you. It's very important because my husband wouldn't be able to do the things that he does if I wouldn't support him. And he has the craziest ideas, right, baby? And I support him. But guess what? I also have crazy ideas like the tea, and he supports me. So it's a family effort. Sam is taking trumpet, he's doing the drums, and he likes creative visual arts. So who knows? We're just supporting that side of him. But you need to be supportive if you are a person that says, oh, but I don't have that in me, but your husband or your wife or your son or someone that you know has it, just support him. And I'm gonna say this, support the people by paying for their art and for their work, people. Okay, so lesson learned, and yes, it's time. So lesson learned, it will cost, for an artist, it will cost you everything. And know that there will be sacrifices for those that support your vision, your wives, your husbands, the people surrounding you. Not everyone is going to like what you make. It's okay, people. It is okay. Do not get frustrated and move on. You must establish a structure to profit for your art. I want you to know that you can profit from your art, and I want you to know that you can buy the art. Don't, it's okay sometimes to give away things, but people need to respect and honor what you bring. Okay? Find mentors that have already gone through the process. My husband is doing that right now. If you want to talk to him about what he's doing, he will be very happy to share what he's doing. And also there are mentors here that could help you. Carmita will be a great mentor for you. She has an art school too. Be persistent. Try and try again. The first time, maybe it's not going to happen like you thought it, but revisit and look again for another way to do it. Think big, but start small. Baby steps, okay? But keep your mind on the big picture. And again, integrity is key, and take risks.